Hey guys, MD Prepper here. Another gear review in the water purification realm. This is the Go Berkey from Berkey Filters. Now let me say, I should have done the review on my bigger style Berkey, or larger style, called the Royal Berkey a lot sooner. Have not done so. I will do a review of that here at some point. But got the Go Berkey, which is kind of your travel sized, if you will, smaller for camping, hiking, and bug out. I got that in today, ordered it a week or two ago. So we're going to do a review on this one first. Let me say I've got a ton of experience with these Berkey filters. I've had my Royal Berkey for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years now. I can't remember exactly. No problems out of it. Functions flawlessly. Let me go ahead and say that Berkey is the gold standard for water purification. You will not find a better system than this for purifying any style of water. You can put stump water in this. You can put sewage water. There is nothing this thing cannot purify. So it's just great. Can't say enough good things about it. I grew up on a farm with well water, double artesian well, the stuff people pay a fortune for these days. And honestly, this is actually better water. I actually tend to drink this stuff on a regular basis. I've got a rain barrel out back, and pretty much most of the water I drink and cook with is out of that rain barrel that's gone through my Royal Berkey. So this is going to do just as well, just on a smaller, simpler basis. So let's start off. Stainless steel construction. It is 304 stainless overall, all the outer parts and all that. This is it nested down, concealed, and in its smallest containment area. You may want to travel with the filter outside and disconnected. I don't know if I'm going to do that personally, but whatever. We'll talk about that after a while. So there's the top lid here. No little handle on it, all that. You're not going to need it for something this small. You can just pull this off easy. The bigger ones they're much bigger, have a little pull tab top on the top there, what have you. Now these things are nested together. We're going to talk about the little lower part here first. Again, all stainless steel. Very shiny, very nice, so you can tell if there's any kind of mold or fungus or anything growing on this thing, which there won't be. Again, I've used my Royal Berkey for a year and a half or so and had no problems. Now, what's different about this one, you don't have a spigot on it. You don't have a way to drain the water off, which is fine because this is going to be a portable system. You don't want that little spigot sticking out the bottom because there's a good chance that you're going to, in moving and packing and hiking and whatever the heck bugging out type thing you're going to do with this, it may snap or damage, crack it, something like that. So you don't want that. So this is going to contain your clean water. Once it drips down via the gravity filter, you're going to have to pick it up and pour it out. That's fine. Not a major inconvenience. This is only a quart size, so this is small. This is tiny compared to the rest of the Berkey systems. The other Berkey systems have 2-3 plus gallons holding retaining value capacity for standard size tabletop kits, but this is not a tabletop kit, and I will, like I said, do the review of the tabletop kit here after a while. Let's go to the top here. The upper part, which is going to hold your dirty water, nests down in the clean water part. So you're going to want to make sure you pour dirty water in this, probably away from this thing. Make sure you don't spill anything off the sides. If you do, clean that out, and then put it in here. And once it's in there, good and clean, you can set up dry and just pour the water on the top that's dirty. It's going to work just fine. I've already got the filter in here. I just did not decide to show that here. The Berkey site's got a perfectly fine installation video. I just didn't want to waste the video time here. So embossed on the upper end is the Berkey symbol and the name and all that. The Berkey black filter, there you go, carbon filter. This thing filters everything. So that takes up a lot of space. Yeah, it does, but it's going to filter everything out. You will have to prime this before you use it to use it effectively. It does have a little priming tool here for the bottom. I'm not going to do a vid on that because, again, you can find that online at the Berkey sites. But that's going to be fairly easy. I'm not going to use this thing yet. I'm going to keep this thing pristine until I need to bug out because I've already primed my other one. I know how to do it. It's not a big deal. I've got plenty of bottled water around here, so if I'm bugging out, I'm going to grab that, run out, and when I need it, I'm going to prime this thing. So basically, you put water down this end of the filter to basically open up the pores and all that. So this one, again, the upper part is stainless steel again, very shiny, nice, pretty. I think it's fairly well protected in there for general purposes. I will probably keep this thing installed and ready to go. I'm not going to beat this thing around a heck of a lot on camping trips and all that because, again, this is a little excessive for just a basic camping trip. just for 2-3 days. But if you're going to bug out for the long term, this is going to do great. The black Berkey filter here on the inside is good for about, sorry about that, 3,000 gallons. You heard me right, 3,000 gallons. It may get dirty from time to time. All you gotta do is take one of those little green Scotch-Brite pads and get the residue off and all that and reinstall it. 3,000 gallons at 1 gallon per person per day is going to last you for 8.2 years. Let me say that again, 8.2 years. 8 years with this one filter. So that's about 16 plus years with double filters that come in the standard Berkey size. And some of them will, on the tabletop version, will fit for 32 plus years. That's ridiculous. You're not going to need to replace these filters very often. I'll talk about filter replacements in another vid and cheaper options that don't work quite as well. But anyway, so again, this thing, the smaller version, will filter about 1.5 gallons per hour, and it tends to filter better if you got the thing full. Again, gravity, pressure, all that. The higher the column of water, the more pressure it's going to push through this thing, and the quicker it's going to go. So don't wait for the thing to empty before you fill it up again. Just keep topping the thing off. 1.5 gallons per hour. Again, not useful if you're hiking on the trail and staying moving, but if you're camping for the night, if you're setting up a permanent shop, 1.5 gallons per hour is tremendous. That's a lot of water for a lot of folks. So that's going to do the job. So again, like I said, 8.2 years. Now you're going to have to empty this thing after it fills up for a quart. So if you're doing this thing, you're probably going to need to stay focused on it because it's going to filter fairly quickly overall if it does 1.5 gallons an hour but only holds about a quart and less than a quart in the upper part. So you're going to have to tend to it, but hey, you're going to get good results. So basically, lower container for pure, or clear, clean water, or upper part for dirty water, and just to keep particulate and dust and dirt and just anything out of this thing, just to let it do its thing. Got the cap. That's it. Simple. Gravity filter does its job. Very, very simple. Gonna put that aside. Now, this whole kit cost $150, which is kind of pricey for a water filter, but if you look at 8.2 years of water compared to your basic filter straws and all that, this is infinitely cheaper. This is just dirt cheap if you look at it over the lifetime. Now, in addition to the basic kit here, right there, comes with nylon little bag, cinches up just for car carry or your pack or whatever. It has 3 segments in it, dividers. The big divider here, which you probably can't see, yeah, there you go. The big divider here on the bottom is for the basic cylinder. The Berkey Sport bottle came in one and the filter came in another. I don't feel safe keeping the filter open in this little bag because if it gets banged up and beat up, it may crack, something like that. So that gives me extra space actually for other items, that sort of thing. You talk about whatever you may want to put in there, but not what we're going to talk about here. Cinches up nice and tight. Has a little plastic piece to cinch it up even tighter. So very small, very compact. Keep this in your car, bug out bag kit, just wherever. Just grab this thing if the end of the world happens. Now, like the rest of the Berkey line, they come with a quote free item. This one comes with the Sport Berkey bottle. I've already got one of these. Got one of these with my other bigger Royal Berkey. It's basically the same concept, smaller size filter. If you check my second video ever, I've got a review of this versus the other water purification bottles, that sort of thing. Top comes off, you get a little straw there to suck through. This is 22 ounces, fairly squeezy if you need to squeeze out the water, that sort of thing. 22 ounce bottle, I typically retail $25 to $30 a piece. Again, quote free with the Go Berkey here. So nice addition. You don't have to use these in combination. The water that comes out of this is going to be perfectly pure. I'd probably carry this, and just a standard water container, water bottle that I can fill up with the pure stuff. So why waste the filtration if it's already been filtered? You can do that if you want to. But at 22 ounces, which is what this is good at, it's good for, if you use a municipal water supply, 240 refills. So that works out to basically 41 gallons, a little more than that. 41 gallons of fairly clean water. It cuts it to about half that if you're using dirty field water, that type of thing. So 20 gallons or so. So that's about 3 weeks. Yeah, 21 days is 3 weeks. So that's 3 weeks of water with just this. Not even counting the 8.2 years or whatever it is with this thing. This is a ridiculous amount of water purification for $150. Again, 8.2 years sitting there waiting, plus about 20 gallons of field use if you've got dirty water out camping, hiking, trying to find a survival situation. Pardon me. So this is your quick refill. Put your dirty water in here, suck through the straw, you're good to go. And at night, once you got to camp out, you're good to go. For, if it's just you, 8.2 years at a gallon per day. Just tremendous. Absolutely love the Berkey systems. I'll do a better review on the Royal Berkey that I've got here after a while. But even for $150, it's worth saving up, guys. I know I tend to do budget prepping. Honestly, this is budget prepping. This is tremendous budget prepping for the price. So you have to save up for a while, but it's definitely worth it. And of course, you can get replacement filters if you need them. But 8.5 years or 8.2 years, I'm not real worried about it. All right, guys. Till next time, MD Prepper out.